Welcome back, everybody.
Reunited weekend continues as we welcome you to Welland, Ontario, inside Niagara College at the Simply Financial Athletic Center. We'll send it to courtside as we get ready for the national anthem. It's OCAA men's basketball action. It's the Niagara College Knights taking on the Redeemer Royals. NC coming off a big win against St. Clair. They currently sit at 2-4 on the season for Redeemer. They're coming off a loss to Humber on Wednesday. They're 1-4. They're looking for their second win of the year. And both teams sitting closer to the bottom of the West Division currently, as Redeemer sits just one spot ahead of Canadore, and Niagara moving their way up near the middle spot just behind Sheridan with their 2-4 record. And we can't not talk about Redeemer without talking about Parker Davis, who currently leads the OCAA in scoring so far this season. He's averaging just over 25 points per game, and he's coming off a game versus Humber where he had 32 points.
You'll have to do everything in your power to try and contain him.
And taking a look at the starting lineups, as for the Redeemer Royals, Parker Davis will, of course, start. Caleb Connors, Jackson Thrakwe, Gabriel De La Foresta, and Jack Nirola. And a mixture of some first years and some outstanding fourth years for Redeemer. And a team that struggled so far, their senior players have been the backbone of their team. And for NC, it's a bit of a mixture of both. You take a look on your screen. Eric Tassar getting the start again, the first year from Collingwood, Ontario. He's played a big part in their success so far this season. Isaiah Panam in his second season. Joseph Buckley, another first year. Chris Spann in his second year, his first year with Niagara College. And Sky Samuel, the fourth year, also in his second year with NC. That rounds out the starting five. My name is Noel Vogel. Alongside me, Alex Vandenhack and MJ Graham here with you today. We got two more games to follow this one. The NC women's basketball team taking the win over Redeemer just moments ago. And off the tip, a bit of an awkward one for Panam, but Tassar able to grab it off the tip. And here we are underway. Here's Buckley. Redeemer quickly dropping into a 3-2 zone to start this game off. NC will line up a three. That one on the right wing side comes off for Samuel. Buckley with the offensive board. They'll try again, this time from the left wing, and it's Chris Spann knocking down his first triple.
Spann had a huge week today, and he's continuing off to his hot start here this afternoon.
Averaging just over 10 points per game. A steal from Buckley. 3-on-1 the other way. Spann towards the basket. Can't lay it up. Buckley the offensive board. And he got knocked down. A foul called. And it's going to be on Redeemer. And that one is going to go against Caleb Connors.
That much of a head of steam, really, the team just flushed it.
Buckley the inbound. We'll get it into Panam. Free throw line. Up fake will step back. 15-footer. That one off the front rim. And Thrakwe with the rebound. Richmond, BC native in his fourth season. Here's Davis. Davis attacking, can't finish up at the rim. He loves to cut on the inside. He's not much of a three-point shooter. He's only knocked down 3 3-pointers this season, but he can get inside at will. He's averaging 33 points in his last 2 games. We talked about that 30-point performance he had against a very tough Humber side. Buckley up on the inside again, can't finish on the rebound. Trackway able to hold on to it.
If you're NC, you have to throw everything at Parker Davis and hope someone else beats you. The second leading scorer on this team is Thomas Barbosa with 11 points per game.
They kick to the corner. They'll try a 3 with Connors. That one off the front rim to start with the rebound. Here comes Sky Samuel. Buckley, transition triple. Good! Joseph Buckley knocks down the 3.
Reigning NC Knights Men's Athlete of the Week.
And how good has he been this season, Alex? 13 in OCAA in scoring. NC likes to spread out their scoring a little bit more. 3 from Gabriel De La Forza. They have 4 guys who average double digits so far this season. He's leading them all with just over 18 points per game.
Yeah, he's got some big shoes to fill, wearing that number 4 last room by Caden Stewart, the 5th-year guard for NC, but he's been so good here this season for the Knights.
And he knocks down a second, 2 for 2 from long distance is Joseph Buckley. He's also got 3 rebounds already to start. 6 points for him now. The first-year guard out of Oshawa.
Looking to go back-to-back for Men's Athlete of the Week.
De La Forza will try again. That one came up short. Samuel with the rebound.
I don't think that one touched the rim.
Tassar was running in transition, can't finish underneath on the left hand. And now here comes Parker Davis, and Samuel reaching in. And that's going to be his first personal redeemer. They switch things up, they'll bring in Arnold as well as Usuomo. And coming in is Thomas Barbosa. You talked about 11 points per game for the Brazilian guard. 6'2" in his 3rd year, and he brings a lot of offensive presence off the bench as kind of that 6-man role for a redeemer. Here's Davis off the inbound. He's picked up by Tassar. Driving left, finishing at the cup, but he can't get the roll. Good defense on the help side from Buckley.
They've gotten his hands on that.
Buckley's going to try again. He can't hit that time. Tassar with a big rebound, but he reached over the back. And that's going to be a foul on him, his first personal.
That's something that he struggled with all season long, is those personal fouls. You go back to the first game against Conestoga. He had, in his first half of the season, he picked up 3 personal fouls, and it wasn't very good. And then the second half, he was in foul trouble, but played with so much purpose and intensity, and was one of the reasons why they came back in that game that MJ and I were here to see.
Yeah, I say this with some open affection. He's a real junkyard dog. He's always hustling.
Here's Arnold, almost threw it away as he tried to get over to Davis, who took a bump. And that's 2 quick fouls on Tassar now, and he's going to have to come out of the game.
Interesting that Niagara's not tried to get Panam going yet, because they have a size mismatch down in the post.
So Caden Moore's going to check in. The 3rd year from Cambridge. Wasn't sure if he was going to return back this season. Was practicing with Conestoga. We know what happened with that. He came back now. And he's playing with NC this year. He's averaging just over 6 points per game. He's got a different role now off the bench, but as a senior player, he's really helped lead his team and kind of run that bench unit as Parker Davis knocks down that jumper and his first points here today. Caden Moore trying to respond. He knocks it down, plus the foul, and he's going to go to the line and a chance at a 3-point play.
A couple of tough shots from a couple of tough shot makers. Caden Moore looking for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
We know Caden Moore loves that mid-range jumper. That time in front of the NC bench, he was knocked down. Teammates loving it. 6-point lead early on for NC. Moore at the line to try and complete the 3-point play, and he does.
When K2's at its best, he's running a 3-level score. He's, like you mentioned, so good in that mid-range.
NC nowhere to be found. A wide open 3 for Usuomo, and he knocks it down. Lapse of judgment on defense. 4-point lead for NC. Buckley trying to respond with a 3. That one's good. Joseph Buckley's letting it fly from downtown. He's 3 for 4. And Redeemer's going to call a timeout. Steve Hopkins going to try and talk things over. Joseph Buckley, 9 points here in this first quarter. And the Knights with a 7-point lead.
Yeah, Buckley has the ability to just get red hot in an instant. We saw it on Friday against Lambton. He had a huge fourth quarter. The Knights were down by a bunch and were able to rally back. We saw that firsthand, MJ. And here today already with 9 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Knights have been a little spotty with their pull-up jumpers, but this game they are on fire.
I know, MJ, you're not always a fan of those pull-up jump shots. You've made a big deal out of it, and rightfully so. But today here so far, Buckley's been able to knock those down.
Yeah, live by the 3, die by the 3, and today they're living by the 3.
Granted, I would say today, Buckley, compared to other games, not necessarily just him, but the jump shots that Niagara's taken today have been a lot better shot selection than we've seen in the past.
The real question will be is if they start getting cold from the 3, do they start taking those long-range 2s or mid-range 2s? Because if the defense is going to give those to you, you got to take them when they're there.
We know Panam, Samuel, and Caden Moore like to take those mid-range shots. We saw that huge shot from Caden Moore. You go back to that Conestoga game where he made those 2 incredibly tough shots against Conestoga. I asked him about it, and he said that matchup, when he stared down the crowd, it was incredibly personal for him after him training with them over the summer and ended up on the right side of that Conestoga-NC rivalry.
Yeah, that was a Kobe-esque crowd stare down, I do recall.
It's been a bit of a 3-point shootout to start this game. 6 threes in total, 2 from Redeemer, 4 of 6 are NC through the first 4 and a bit minutes. Trap comes, they get it back out. Uswomu, his 3-pointer off the front rim, batted down by Buckley. And Moore will corral the rebound. NC bringing a couple more players off the benches, and Tumba gets his first minutes as well as Messidor. And Chris Spann back into the game. And NC, you look at the roster, so many first years, a lot of new players for them this season, and they're already getting some action here in this game early on in this first quarter. As that one's stolen away, Arnold drops it off for Uswomu, and he's got an easy layup underneath.
I mean, that's been the thing with the Knights these last couple of years. It's been kind of a transition period. We saw them last year struggle out of the gates. Ended up finishing the season hot. The likes of Mark Taylor, Caden Stewart, Raheem Dennis no longer with us, so that's no good. But the Knights in this new unit of talent.
Here's Barbosa, met up at the rim by Ntumba as he rejects that one.
Josh Ntumba's had his moments. There was that game against Sheridan that he was really good on the road, 12-8-3. We'll take a look at that huge rejection from the first year. And if he can get going off the bench for the Knights, that's going to be a huge part to this Knights defense that's struggled here so far.
An athletic 6'6" center from Brantford, Ontario in his first season for NC. Arnold the 3, and that one's good. They're going to say it was a long 2, so it's a 3-point game, NC leading. Here's Moore. Caden Moore kicks out for Samuel. Up top of the perimeter, driving it, paint touch, fading away, gets the roll. And Sky Samuel is now on the board with his first bucket.
Sky Samuel has been a little bit disappointing here this season, but I'm sure he's going to figure it out. He mentioned that he wants to get better from 3, and he struggled last season at around 25%.
Davis, almost a tough finish up at the rim. He's still averaging 10 points per game this season. It's been a bit of a drawback from last year, but he has had less usage because of this guy, Joseph Buckley. He's got 11 points now. Quickly other way, De La Foresta finishing with the left hand.
I mean, if 10 points per game is struggling for someone, then I'll definitely take that.
Samuel, of course, also brings so much defensive ability for NC as Moore stepped out of bounds on the catch. Turnover for the Knights. As Elijah Ona will check in now for Redeemer.
Well, that was one thing that he mentioned he wanted to do this season at the start of the year. He talked with our friend Monica Sachs, and he said to her he wants to be an All-Canadian and he wants to be in the All-Defensive team. Tough to see if he can get to All-Canadian after his slow start, but his defense certainly has been here so far.
Davis was met by Ntumba, but he was able to draw the foul. On his way up, he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. And Parker Davis already 1 for 4 here today, 2 points. And we know he can score at will on the inside. And again, not much of a threat from 3-point range. He doesn't take a whole lot of 3-point shots, but he's able to get inside so easily, so quick off the dribble as he misses the first free throw.
Niagara's got to be careful. They're 1 away from being in the bonus. There's still a lot of quarter left.
Davis can't hit the second, and the rebound grabbed by Ntumba. Now here's Sky Samuel.
Curious that they're not going into the post with the size mismatch that they have.
Gets a screen from Ntumba. He tries the double team momentarily. Moore fading away, can't hit. Davis with the rebound. 3:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Davis backing down on Samuel. He strips it away.
A double on Davis.
Samuel now pushing the floor, stopping, trying to kick it back out. He gets it for Caden Moore. NC swings over Buckley at the far side. Joseph Buckley takes it back out, now isolating on Uswogo. Gets a screen from Ntumba, fires a three. That one off the mark, and a foul away from the ball. As a push in the back from Nirula as he caught Stephen Jean Messidor. Buckley's going to check out now as Chris Span will come back in. Arnold as well for Redeemer.
Not sure that was the best look they could get.
So an end line out of bounds. Caden Moore with it, 14 on the shot clock for the Knights. Get it back out towards the NC logo with Sky Samuel. Final 3 minutes here of the first. Span swings it over for Moore. Crossover move towards the basket. He lost the handle. Redeemer looking to push in transition. One-on-one. Span had caught the backboard, and they're going to say it's a goaltend as he moved it too much, forcing that ball to come out on the layup attempt from Elijah Ona.
Niagara's offense has gone a little cold.
Coming in at number 3.
Isaiah Panam's going to check in for Caden Moore. And they're going to go double bigs down low with Ntumba and Panam. So a lot of size now on the floor for the Knights.
Panam able to shoot the three.
Here's Sky Samuel, guarded by Barbosa. Trying to operate the offense here as he looks to isolate on Barbosa, and he throw it away. Now here's Arnold. Couldn't quite pick it up in transition. Narula driving, double team comes. Heavy contest from Ntumba and forces the miss. And the rebound from Panam. Skylar Samuel gets it back from Ntumba. Driving, tough, lots of contact, and finishing off the backboard. And down, Skylar Samuel with 4. Here's Davis. Crossing over, blocked by Span, and he's able to grab the rebound. NC looking to push again. Here's Chris Span to the corner. Messidor back up top, Panam. Fake pass, he'll try a three. That one off the front rim. The rebound is corralled by Barbosa. 5-point game here with 1.5 minutes remaining in the first. Davis will try a triple. That one off the mark, rebound Ntumba.
That's where you want him to be, outside the arc.
Messidor hands it off for Panam. Lift it up for Sabo. They're starting their offense.
You like to see Panam back down his guy in the post.
Samuel, tough shot, fading away. Good defense by Redeemer, and they're looking to push towards the basket. Oh, with a tough finish over Samuel. NC struggling offensively here. They still lead by 3 with 1 minute remaining. Again, Redeemer dropping into their zone. Panam gets it inside for Ntumba, and he was held that time by Parker Davis. That's going to be his second foul in this first quarter, and he's going to be in early foul trouble.
Parker Davis. Coming in for Niagara, number 4.
Joseph Buckley's going to come back in. That was Redeemer's foul to give one more, and they put themselves into the bonus. Benjamin Dick will check in for his first minutes. 54 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Here's Panam.
Given the size mismatch, you like to see Niagara go inside and maybe do a little give and go to keep the defense honest.
Towards the rim, checks his own rebound. Does Chris Span, and he puts it back up and in. 5-point lead here for NC. Here's Barbosa. They swing it over Arnold. NC now dropping into a 2-3 zone. Connors, Arnold. Redeemer trying to break this down. They got 5 on the shot clock to get something up. Here's Connors driving on a Tumba. It was poked away. 3-on-2 now for the Knights. Benam, the ball handler, attacking on Arnold. And he finishes, plus the foul.
Line up, tell me one.
And he's going to go to the line for a 3-point play.
I think like for a moment it's going to be an offensive foul, but they'll give him continuation.
Urinate.
Benam's first trip to the line, he knocks down the free throw. Completes the 3-point play. Last chance opportunity here for Redeemer to end the quarter. 8 seconds on the clock. Barbosa down low for Onam. Trying to find some room for Connors to try a 3. Blocked to the perimeter by Span, and the 3-pointer for Buckley. Off the back rim. How much of a big boost would have that been to end the first quarter? NC leading by 8, 26-18. What did you like, Alex?
I thought offensively, obviously the big performance with Buckley was huge. And of course, I think defensively was great as well. Christopher Span with a couple of steals and a block there. And I think the thing that stands out the most, Parker Davis, 1 of 6 in this first frame.
2 fouls for him as well. He's going to have to sit out for a bit of time here in the second quarter, but it was Joseph Buckley leading away 11 points in that first. He had 3 out of 5 from the 3-point line, and he has caught fire here in this first. Noah Vogel alongside me, Alex Vandenhack, and a very special guest here with us now, a part of Reunited Weekend. It's Adrian Pejor.
Hey, how are you guys?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. So this is Reunited, of course, a big weekend. I know for players playing, and of course alumni for yourself. How excited are you to be here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center?
Oh, I'm super stoked. I love coming back here always, seeing some familiar faces. The crowd's always great. It's always fun to come back here.
I know inside source, Caden Stewart's going to be here. How excited are you for him to be here?
Oh, I'm excited. I haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah, I'm excited to see him.
So last year you guys started out slow at a 2-6 record, and you guys went on a run to go 8-2. What adjustments did you yourself make in the team to go on that big run?
Honestly, we just had to hold each other accountable. We had to make sure everyone was in the gym. We had to just be like a leader. Everyone had to be like just help each other out.
How fun was that to go on that run last year? On that?
Oh, it was great. Winning's always awesome. Everyone loves winning, so that was just really fun.
I mean, winning cures all, right?
Yeah.
So your defense from years 1 and 2 was night and day from what we saw last year. What did you have to change for yourself to stay on the court with your defensive presence?
Hey, I think defense wins championships. If you can't play defense, I don't believe you should be on the court. So that's just something I always cherish and try to do the best I can.
Laquan Hilton, now the second-year head coach. Your first 2 years, you had Coach Phil Mosley. What differences do those 2 coaches have?
They're both great coaches. We had Lucky as an assistant, so I've had him for every year here. But they're both good coaches. Yeah, Lucky's still young. He's learning, which you can see he's really getting better at being head coach.
On the topic of assistant coaches, Mark Taylor, now an assistant coach.
My brother, yeah. He's helping out. I'm sure he's given some knowledge, as some people call him unk, so he's got some unk knowledge. But yeah, it's always good to see him and that he's still around in Niagara.
Do you have any unk knowledge yourself?
Oh, I'm starting to get some. Some of the kids are starting to call me unk. I don't know if I fit the description, but hey, I'll take it.
I mean, 3 years at Niagara College, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Mark Taylor had 3 years of his own. So I guess that makes you qualified for an unk. And I know you've been at a lot of games here so far this season. I saw you at the game in Mohawk on the road, not too far from your hometown of Burlington, Ontario, one that we share. How fun has it been to watch the guys here this year?
I just love watching basketball in general, especially a team that I used to play for. So it's good shots, eh? It's just awesome to watch them play.
And you saw that 3 from Isaiah Panam. How fun has it been to see his growth here this season?
Oh, he's grown a lot as a player, as an individual. You can see he's really getting comfortable on the court. And there's my guy Stewart walking by. Got to dab him up real quick. Isaiah's really grown, and it's good to see him start to reach his potential.
Do you ever get the itch that you want to come back and play sometime?
Oh my gosh, I'd be itching every time I watch this game. Every time I watch Niagara, even any basketball game, I'm like, I miss the sport, but.
So,
yeah.
I know now you're at Brock studying What's AP doing these days?
School work. I'm grinding in the books and really in the gym. Still trying to stay in shape. Playing rec basketball every now and then.
What was your favorite moment as a Knight in your 3 years here?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd say probably scoring 23 versus Fanshawe.
That's pretty
Hitting
good.
like 4 trays in a row. That felt pretty good.
That's a good answer. We asked Destiny Paquin that answer, and she said her favorite moment was when Janie Harrison killed a spider in the locker room. I don't know if you heard about this story.
I think so.
But there was one plied up in the ceiling, and she smacked it.
Yeah.
Like, that's, at least from an outsider's perspective, as you travel with her on the road and whatnot, that was like the last thing you would expect out of Janie Harrison.
Oh, come on.
I say that's a travel. Your fellow Brock Badger.
Coming in for Niagara, number 2, Hayden Moore.
And I know, AP, you've got 2 more years of eligibility left in the OCAA.
Yeah.
How much convincing do we have to do to bring you back?
Oh, I don't know. We will see. I don't want to say anything yet, but if the opportunity comes, maybe. We'll see. All
right, Adrian, thank you so much.
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank
It was
you.
a blast.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
we'll see you around here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center.
Yeah, see you guys around. Thank you.
34-22, NC leading. That was Adrian Pejor, of course, 3 seasons at NC. He just finished up his last year. And I can remember so vividly that game against Fanshawe. It felt like he couldn't miss. It was like we were watching Steph Curry out on the court. He could not miss. And one of the best three-point shooters we've seen over the past couple of years at Niagara College, and good to hear from him as well. 11-point lead for the Knights. 7:13 remaining here in the half. They're outscoring Redeemer 7-4 in this quarter. Tassar had it stripped away, and now Daryl Forrest turns it right back over. Good job by Span to get back.
Christopher Span, an underrated defender here so far. There was a couple games, it was against Lambton, where he got hit all over the place. I joked and I said that they should wrap him up in bubble wrap.
Messador will try a 3. That one off the mark. Tassar able to grab the offensive board. Second chance opportunity now for the Knights. Buckley guarded by Arnold. Can't hit the 3. Good contest out of the perimeter. Ona now the other way. 3-on-3. Ona will take it back out to the perimeter, allow his guys to get into position, driving in on Tassar. That time is King Stewart. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. That's the 3rd now on Eric Tassar.
The fouls for Eric Tassar has been an issue all season long. When he's been able to be on the court, he's like the perfect role player, the 5th starter on this team, but at times shooting themselves in the foot. Sorry, go ahead, Noah.
NC's going to call a timeout. 11-point lead. Sorry to cut you off, Alex, but
Tassar's a perennial contender for the hardest hustler of the game.
already 6 rebounds in this game, but 3 fouls, so he's going to have to sit for some time. NC preparing to bring in some of their bench as we come out of the timeouts, but so far so good for the Knights. They have done a great job from finding some inside points, and Eric Tassar has been a big part of that. A couple offensive rebounds already for him, and some easy buckets underneath.
They've also done a great job of containing Parker Davis so far.
You're exactly right, MJ. Only 1 for 6 from the field. He's also dealing with foul trouble. We haven't seen him at all in this second quarter, and it's been a big miss for Redeemer in this one. Joseph Buckley still leading the way with 11 points. And that miss, it was Eric Tassar able to get the rebound and put it back up and in. And for Redeemer, 2 players with 5. It's Gabriel De La Foresta and Jason Yosuomo. So out of the timeout, it'll be King Stewart at the line, the Hamilton, Ontario native in his first season.
King Stewart shooting some free throws, and we saw Caden Stewart, the men's athlete of the year, stop by just in front of us moments ago.
Stewie, a very well-loved figure around NC, especially, of course, basketball here. And what a big part he was of a lot of the success NC's had over the past few seasons. Good to see him in attendance here every United weekend for NC. And Tubba, another block. A good hand in on that ball as King Stewart was driving towards the basket. Here's Samuel, fake from the 3-point line, drops it down for Tubba. He's met up at the rim. and traveled before the shot attempt. So it's a turnover for the Knights. That's their 7th of the game so far.
I think one thing we don't talk about with Stewie is he's such a good leader, and he's a pro's pro. And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to. It doesn't matter if you've known him for a day or a year. He'll always make time for you to chat. And just a wonderful person.
Swobo down, De La Foresta on the perimeter. He knocks down the 3. And Redeemer kind of staying within striking distance. The Knights certainly not comfortable with this lead here.
I mean, you're within striking distance with Parker Davis on the bench shooting 1 of 6. So if you're Redeemer, that's kind of how you're going to have to play with him being in foul trouble.
Here's Moore, stepping back, long 2, off the back rim, and Tumbo fighting for the rebound, but it's grabbed by Narula. Gets it across, now swung over to the near side for Arnold. 3-point attempt, banks it in. Jackson Brackway, back-to-back 3-pointers for Redeemer. It's in a 5-point game.
I don't know what it is, but it feels like today, go back to the girls' game, there's been so many bank threes.
Here's Samuel driving in, had it stripped away, fighting for it underneath, and it's going to go with the possession arrow. Redeemer Royals basketball. Parker Davis getting set to come back in, as well as Stephen Jean Mesidor.
I'd like to see a little bit more ball rotation on the Knights' offensive sets right now.
Number 12, Parker Davis.
They're electing to go for just a lot of hard drives that aren't really dropping for them. As you can see right there on the replay.
Niagara, I know, MJ, we've been around the team a lot this season. It seems like a lot of their offense has come in isolation or self-creation, where if this team can get to where they want to be, they're going to have to be able to get offense going through ball movement.
And if not ball movement, at least a little bit of going into the post and having you kicked out when you draw the double team.
Davis on the cut, finishing over top of Buckley. Chris Spann has had a handful with him. He's come back into the game to defend Parker Davis. That's only his 2nd bucket here. He's got 4 points. Of course, was battling with foul trouble in the first quarter. You have to be careful to not pick up that 3rd. Mesidor back up top for Buckley. Driving in on the zone, finishing up top, off the backboard, over 2 Redeemer Royals. That's a tough shot. 35-30 lead for NC. 4.5 minutes remaining. De La Forza, Davis driving, drew the foul from Ntumba. And he's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Not what you want to see happening for the Knights.
And Redeemer has been solid offensively, 46% from the field, 40% from 3. But one thing that really stands out, 0 for 4 from the line, as the Knights hope that Parker Davis can continue that here.
Davis makes the first. He was 0 for 2 on his first trip to the line. And the second drops down, so 2 for 2 that time. And Toma's going to come out of the game after he picked up his 2nd personal as Panam in.
Redeemer moving into a bit of a full court press.
Here's Buckley, guarded by Uswomu. Able to get past him, driving in. Can't finish, battling for his own rebound. Uswomu able to grab it, and he plays it smartly off of Mesidor, out for Redeemer inbound.
That's what we were talking about, MJ, is those 4 shots early in the shot clock when there's a couple of bodies on you. I mean, granted, Buckley's made a couple, but you can't expect those to go down.
Yeah, you want to try and make life easy on yourself. And, you know, Buckley certainly can make some of those contested shots, but swing it around at least a little bit, see if you can get something.
Here's Uswomu. They get it inside on the zone for Davis. He comes up short on the 12-footer. Mesidor with the rebound. He hands it off for Spann. Spann will bring back to the perimeter. As he picks up his dribble, he'll find Mesidor. Trying to get it down low for Panam. He was battling for position that time with King Stewart. He's fouled.
There you go.
You talk about throwing bodies. You mentioned that earlier at Parker Davis. Carter Bowen into this game. Haven't seen him a ton, but when Parker Davis is starting to get going just a little bit, you don't want to throw a bunch of bodies at him and just hope something sticks.
They get it into Panam, guarded now on the perimeter. Panam puts the ball on the floor, driving, can't finish with the right hand. King Stewart able to hold it in. And here comes Redeemer the other way, almost thrown away. But
Not-
Buckley got his hands and tips it out of bounds.
Not sure that's the look you want from Panam.
Panam has the ability to take it off the dribble at times, but sometimes gets, I don't want to say in his own head, but sometimes tries to do a little bit too much.
Davis gets it quickly in now to Thrackway. He's tied up in the corner. Double comes from Panam. Foul called. And that's going to go against Chris Spann. And he's not happy about it as he picks up now his first foul. .330 remaining here in the first half. Davis on the handoff, fading away, free throw line jumper, that one well off. Spann with the rebound. He'll try this time from 15 feet, he can't hit. Laquan Hilton not happy, a little bit of a quick trigger. That time it's a three-point game. Chance to tie it with an and one as Yeswomu finishes plus the foul.
And that's potentially a 5-point swing. You go back to that Ilevides free throw line jump shot from Spann. He definitely can make it, but there's no need to take that, 20 seconds into the shot clock.
Jason Yeswomu, 7 points already, and a chance at a three-point play, and he missed it, but a violation on NC. They went it too early, so we'll get another chance at it.
Sky Samuel set the check in.
One.
So on the second try, Yeswomu able to knock down the free throw. Ona coming in as well as Skylar Samuel. And we're all tied up at 35, a game that was 11-point lead at the start of the quarter. And Redeemer has scored 17 points, still with 3 minutes remaining in the half. Panam almost lost the handle as Messidor gets over for Skylar Samuel. Guarded by Barbosa, and a foul away from the ball. It's going to go again against King Stewart. He's had some trouble trying to defend on Isaiah Panam. There's 2 fouls on him now. He's going to sub out here as Jack Nahula will come back in.
Yeah, the Royals really don't have anyone that can match Panam's figure and size. About 6'8" of pure muscle.
Samuel, the cut from Spann, attacking, finishes at the rim. And a nice find by Sky Samuel on the cut from Chris Spann. He's got 7 points. Samuel now guarding Yeswomu, high off the glass, and swooping in is Skylar Samuel for the rebound.
Good hands by Panam.
Panam sets a screen for Samuel. Messidor will try a three. Good! Messidor knocks one down from long range, right in front of the NC bench, and that's a big boost. They got their 5-point lead back. Barbosa twisting, hands it off. Down low, finishing over Panam is Jack Nahula. Great patience, just able to get Panam jumping. And lays it up and in. Final 2 minutes here of the half. Nearing in on. Here's Samuel. Spann, they lay off him, and he knocks down the three.
Man down.
Too much space for Chris Spann. He knocks down a triple. And NC finding a little bit of success again from three-point range. Samuel with the rejection. But it's last touch off an NC Knight. Spann now into double digits with 10 points. The Knights have knocked down 7 of 17 threes in this first half. Inbound will be with Parker Davis. He'll get it in quickly and receive the handoff. They get up top, Barbosa. Looking for a screen. Almost lost the handle. He gets it now from Nahula all the way to the bucket and finishing with no contest as Panam got caught up on the screen.
Nice not collapsing on defense there.
Samuel swings, now Buckley. Driving toward the baseline, he's cut off, the double team comes. Buckley, handoff from Panam, rolling towards the basket. Great find underneath Panam, plus the foul. And Isaiah Panam's gonna go to the line and a chance at a three-point play. A picture-perfect pick and roll that time, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where Isaiah Panam can be really, really useful. And he's got the luxury of taking and making some jump shots, but when Isaiah Panam's at his best, he's setting those hard screens and getting right to the rim and finishing with conviction.
Nice
Panam with 8 points as he misses the free throw.
Knights with the built-in size advantage. Good to see them taking advantage of it.
Ona draws the double team as Buckley comes across. NC back in their zone. Narula looking for Davis, cutting back door, and he finishes over top of Panam. A tough bucket. 4-point game here, and a minute remaining in the half. Here's Buckley, tied up now with Barbosa. Well beyond the perimeter, they go to Samuel in the corner. He'll try a three. That one off the mark. Span was fighting for the rebound. Barbosa takes it, now up for Davis. Davis attacking it on Panam. Bet him up at the rim, and he finishes. And he's into double digits now. Samuel quickly the other way. Gets it back out on the kick. Driving baseline towards the corner. Span was open. He gets a three off, and he knocks it down. Chris Span, his third three-pointer of this first half.
Christopher Span in his last 3 games is shooting the lights out, 50% from 3 in his last 3 games.
Almost turned over. Span gets his hand on it, and he's got a teammate ahead. It's Stephen Jean Messidor, and he missed it, but Span there for the rebound, and he puts it back up in. Almost a disaster there for NC to end the first half. They still lead by 7. 6 remaining on the clock here. Ona driving for Redeemer. They kick out. Barbosa has to get the shot off the back rim and out. And the Knights, after a slow start to that quarter in what was a very high scoring second, with almost 50 points scored alone in that quarter. Redeemer outscored them 25-24, but they were able to come back and maintain a solid lead. 7 points they'll head into halftime. Chris Span on fire. He's got 15 points.
Yeah, he's shot 10 of 20 from 3 in his last 3 games. 3 of 6 here today. He's struggled the first few games from 3, but this 3-point shooting explosion from Christopher Span has been so good, and obviously defensively, we know how good he can be. And the Knights looking to get a little bit more defensively than what they've gotten so far. 43 points going into half isn't the end of the world, but you'd like to get a little bit more defensive effort going. And of course, Parker Davis starting to get going, which is a scary sight for NC.
What has been strong is their interior defense. 5 blocks in that first half, MJ, but they got to limit those easy buckets down low.
Yeah, and down low in general is an area they really need to work on into the second half. They need to keep up the good defense, and then on the offensive side, they may need to consider a little interior-exterior play, because the story of the half has really been an explosion at the beginning and the end of the half, and then a bunch of stagnation in between.
So Davis into double digits as he makes a late surge in that second quarter after dealing with foul trouble. He had 6 points in the second quarter alone, and we'll head to halftime. 50-43, NC leading. You're watching here on OCAA Live. It's a 7-point lead for NC here on Reunited Weekend. The Knights looking to go 2-0 in their first 2 games here today. We will step aside for now. We'll rejoin you for second half action when we come back.
Who's least likely to get ox?
His friend stuff. No, bro. Yes, you do. Actually, you need something real. You know what? No, I'm going ahead. Go ahead. It's Eric. It's not me, bro. You know it's not. Yeah, it is, bro.
All right, so my reasoning for picking Eric was last time we had bro, why are you laughing, bro? So the reason I picked Eric is because last time we were having a kickback, he didn't want to get on the ox, so I'm not trusting him.
That's bad action. That's valid. That's bad action.
Who's most likely to go to the bathroom when the bill comes?
What? I pay all my stuff, bro. I just don't get no tip. How? How? Go to the washroom when the bill comes. Yeah. I'm not doing that. If anything, it's you. Yeah. It's not me. If anything, it's you. I would never. But look at this car, though. No. Look at this car. He has money. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's Chris. Yo, point at Chris. I'm going. Point at Chris.
Wait, hold your balloons up. Hold your balloons up.
You know it's not me. I've seen Chris do some church. Look, I'm putting my L's on the pop because it's not me. No, you never seen me do anything like that.
My reasoning for Joe's is because, yeah, just the no tipping is just, I feel like he'd go to the bathroom. I feel like he's running away. Who's most likely to not get a response in the group chat? Yeah. It literally happened today, so. Actually, I responded.
Yeah, I did.
Who's the most likely to get a tech for talking to the ref?
You. He's not in the, in the game.
Pop his head, bro.
Not in the game, bro.
No, bro.
Chris always
I
be
score,
talking.
I score, and I chill. Sky score, he talk trash. He's always talking trash. He's the one gonna get one first.
I don't know. Not Chris.
I don't like Chris.
Yeah, it's Chris.
You're
He's just full of emotions, and yeah, that's it.
Emotion guy. Be hot head.
Who's the most likely to impress a girl in the crowd?
You.
Oh, yeah, keep that.
Get
Yeah,
the
keep
balloon
that.
yourself
Keep that,
and pop
bro.
it. No, it's him.
Keep that.
Every single bucket, this guy's turning around like, yeah. Come
He's
on,
punching his
it's
tattoos
him.
and everything. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
him,
Keep
bro.
that.
Pop it. You can't pop it.
No,
bro.
you gonna give it to him.
It's not.
My reasoning for this is because Joe plays for the crowd. That's it.
No team players. No team players.
Actually, no, I forgot.
Yeah.
This guy. It's one of these two. Me?
Me?
It's one of them.
Yeah,
It's not the white guy.
actually, whoa, it's Loki.
No.
It's Loki here. No.
Now I'm thinking about it.
No, it's Loki. It's one of these two. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's right here.
Point that finger back at
Steven,
you.
who you picking?
Steven, what are you?
Why is it me?
Wait, why Eric?
Steven know the
I
real.
ain't gonna lie, it could be. It's
be
not
you,
me.
too.
It's not.
Nah.
Why? It can't be me. It's Chris. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2.
No, I'm not.
One,
first.
1,
2,
2,
3.
No, Eric's over me. Has to be.
No,
Y'all see how they're not
Yes,
Don't play
yes,
that.
yes,
Don't play
yes,
that.
yes,
You
yes,
know
yes.
it's
Aaron
not.
Ashley, don't let him get out of this, man.
He's 3.
I was gonna
He's
go 1,
3.
2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chris, don't even. We all know you're number 1. Then it's K2.
What? No. You're
Stop
2.
it, stop it.
You're 2.
Why am I 2? Why am I 2?
Aaron really number 1 in my mind. Oh, you're just a guy, bro.
Alright. That was Point Him Out. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the victory. Let's go Knights!
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back inside the Simply Financial Athletic Center. My name is Noah Vogel, alongside me, Alex Vandenhack and MJ Graham. NC currently leading 50-43 here on Reunited Weekend. The men's team looking to get their third win of the season, their second in a row. And for the Knights, it's been their guard play in that first half. Chris Spann and Joseph Buckley have been knocking it down from deep range.
Absolutely. Joseph Buckley and Christopher Spann have been white hot from three. Chris Spann shooting 50% from three in his last 4 games. On some volume, too. Around 3 made threes a game. Struggled in the early goings, but he's been such a pest defensively as well, which I think is something that hasn't been talked about nearly enough this season.
And one thing we talked about before the break, MJ, was their struggle defensively, and they need to pick that up here in the second half to try and build their lead.
Yeah, they want to. Ideally, Niagara wants to make it easy on themselves, get some good defensive boards, and get some open looks in transition, because they've had a lot of stagnant offense so far in this game.
They were tied up at one point. It was 35-35. NC with a big push near the end of the second quarter, but Redeemer showing that they can bring some spurts of some good offense. Buckley towards the rim, and he finishes around a couple of Redeemer's defenders, and he's at 15 points now. Almost stolen away. Davis, he'll line up a triple. That one's good. Parker Davis with 13. He only had 4 in the first quarter. I only say 4. He's averaging 26 points per game. He's now above double digits. Samuel will kick out for Panam with a 3. He got knocked down, couldn't convert. Tassar on the offensive board, and he finishes on the left hand.
Eric Tassar being gritty.
They swing over Parker Davis. Guarded by Spann. Gets the handoff. The switch onto Panam. Kicks to the corner. De La Foresta triple. That one off the mark. Samuel. Spann. Triple. Off the mark. And De La Foresta with the rebound. Quickly the other way. Davis lost sight of the ball, and he couldn't grab the pass. And Buckley able to take it away. 8-point lead for NC. Samuel, paint touch. They'll kick it back out. And Buckley will just let it go out of bounds. It'll be NC ball. And he tried to get into Samuel. He wasn't even looking at him. But luckily was there for the Knights. But they got a late shot clock chance here. A deep 3 from Buckley. That one off the front rim. Tassar was battling for the rebound. De La Force able to tap it over to Narula. Stole it away. Spann towards the basket, and he flushes it home.
Finally.
Here's Parker Davis. Mismatch with Panam on him. Spann came across, and he fouled him on his way up. That's going to be his second personal.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised Christopher Spann dunked that, because you go back to that second quarter, he missed the dunk and had a teammate able to clean it up. And we go back, I believe it was against Lambton. There was that missed dunk by Skyler, and you said, MJ, that could have been the breaking point of the game. Luckily, they were able to still win against St. Clair.
Yeah, there's been quite a few times where Niagara's struggled with getting the layup as opposed to just flushing it straight down. And in these close games, those flushes really make a huge difference.
Still lots of time for Redeemer to get back into this game. I say that as they're only down by 10.
NC forced another turnover. They almost gave it up again in transition, but it was last off Redeemer. 8 minutes left here in the third. And now it's stolen away as Thrakway got it. Here comes Redeemer. They drop it off. Just Swoggle can't finish up at the rim. Big rebound from Samuel, and he's tied up. That's going to be a foul on Narula.
Niagara really needs to string together a few good offensive sets in a row.
Number 22, Jack Narula.
Still in that positioning to where Redeemer can still make a push to come back, but at the same time, a quick 5-6, maybe even a 7-0 run puts this game further in jeopardy.
Here's Chris Spann. He's guarded by Parker Davis. Now with Samuel.
Why are they trying to set a screen so high?
But I'm getting pushed off away from sending that screen on Thrakway. They now isolate for Buckley. Joseph Buckley, a triple off the mark, and he's 0 for 2 here in this quarter. Davis. Hands off to Suomo. He had a strong start to the game. 8 points for him, 3 of 7 from the field. Attacking, finishing with the left hand over top of Panam.
You'd like to see somebody take a charge in there.
Suomo, a nifty scorer. He's able to find a lot of his shots near and around the cup. Now here's Panam. He'll step back for a 3. That one well short. Rebound. Tassar was battling for it, and it's going to be a Redeemer Royals ball.
That's a shot. I'm sorry, but that's a shot that cannot be taken. Isaiah Panam has been solid in the last few games, but he can't be taking a step back 3.
Especially when he's got a size mismatch and he can go down into the post with the guy.
And he's going to be taken out now as Ntumba as well as Caden Moore come back into the game. Cole Arnold in as well for Redeemer, as well as Caden King Stewart. And Thomas Barbosa.
Haven't seen K2 since that first quarter.
NC dropping now into a zone. They take out Barbosa on the perimeter. Late shot clock. Suomo will fire a 3. Deflated bounce comes into the hands of Samuel. Buckley and Ntumba driving towards the basket, and he's fouled hard by Suomo, but a good hard take. He's able to draw the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Love to see the big man taking it to the rack.
I think that's one thing that Josh probably could work on himself, is because he's lanky and he's got size, and if he keeps taking it up, he can get those free throws. At times he's a little bit anxious, it almost seems like at times, of contact as the first is short. But if he's able to go up and be strong, I think the future's bright for him. Because like I mentioned before, he's very, very raw. You can see the length that he has. If he can fill in those muscles, I think he's going to be a really, really good player.
Especially if he keeps using those grown man moves and taking it hard to the rack, picking up those fouls.
Goes 1 for 2 from the line, and Chris Spann will check back in. 9-point lead for NC, and Cole Arnold will take it up into the front court for Redeemer. Quickly into Davis. Nice pass down low, but it was taken away. King Stewart had a trip by Moore.
Good hands by K2.
Moore now for Spann. Up top, Samuel. Skylar Samuel out on the perimeter. Moore lost the handle. Another turnover for NC. And you can see the frustration from a couple of their players. And these offensive sets have not been good to start this third quarter. They've only scored 7 points.
I think K2 got a bit ahead of himself just there.
They've only held Redeemer to 5, though, in this quarter. Davis with a tough shot from the free throw line. Offensive rebound, King Stewart. He goes back up and is fouled by Ntumba. And that's going to be his 3rd foul. So Ntumba now in foul trouble. Tassar on the bench. He's also got 3 fouls. King Stewart at the free throw line. And he misses the first. Stewart's second free throw is good. He goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Interesting with a couple of bigs in foul trouble that we haven't seen Ladu Laku, a difference like Bene here in this game here so far. As Tassar gets ready to check in.
Coach Laquan Hilton keeping his bench pretty short here today. 8 seconds for Samuel. Hop step inside the paint, fading away. Tough shot, rims out. And Ntumba was boxed out by King Stewart. And he's going to draw the foul here, so it's going to be NC ball.
You can see off of his reaction, he thought it was on him, and if he got to foul number 4, that would likely be the end of his 3rd quarter and then some.
Did a good job that time, just hustling for the rebound, drawing the foul. He's going to come out now as Eric Tassar will come back in. Samuel out, and Steven Messidor in for him. Baseline inbound for NC, and Moore trying to play it off of Parker Davis, and it came right back off of him as he's running out of time to get that ball in. Things not going NC's way here in this 3rd quarter. They still have an 8-point lead, though. Barbosa on the handoff. Up top of the left wing side, Suomo towards the double team. He's fouled on the way up. And that one's going to be on Caden Moore. That's his first.
Niagara's defense really keeping him in this game.
Yeah, you were saying Niagara has made mistakes offensively and defensively, but they've been able to force Redeemer to make mistakes of their own to stay atop by 8.
Benjamin Dick now in the middle for the Royals as he finds Arnold, who misses up at the rim. Halfway through this third quarter, here's Buckley. Joseph Buckley guarded by Arnold. Left wing side now for Span. Buckley able to hold it in on the catch. Driving it towards the paint. Drops it down for Tassar, and he can't handle that pass. And another turnover for the Knights.
Pass was a little bit low, I think.
Elijah Ona back in now for Redeemer as he takes it into the front court. Draws the double team. Tassar comes over on the help. Davis with a back cut. And he's so smart at finding those easy looks. Just getting in behind the defense and finding that easy layup at the rim. He's only 6 for 15 here today, but he's got 15 points. And he's leading Redeemer in scoring. Buckley up at the rim and a tough finish. And he's at 17. Barbosa quickly the other way. Euro steps towards the rim. And a travel before the shot went up. Good defense that time from Tassar. He was close to getting that 4th foul.
Probably would have been a foul if it weren't for the travel.
Gabriel De La Forza back in now for Redeemer. 59-51 lead for NC. Here's Chris Span. Doesn't use a screen from Tassar. He drives hard to the basket. And Ona came on the help defense and forced the miss. Davis towards the rim. He was blocked by Buckley. Span on his way back, able to pick it up. He's got 2-on-1 here with Tassar, driving hard. Tassar offensive board, can't finish on the rebound. It's grabbed now by De La Foresta. Trying to push the pace. Attacking on Moore, missed. Dick with the offensive rebound. He drops off for Ona. The floater off the backboard and down. Bit of a chaotic past few minutes of this game. Moore trying to find Buckley, cutting to the rim. He dropped it down for Tassar. Foul before. Oh, and Tassar went down hard.
Knights struggling with those low passes.
Ona was on the ground after the initial contact. And Tassar went down a bit funny that time. He's able to walk it off. That's a good sign for NC.
It's a scary fall. Glad to see that he's okay. Another one of those guys that it's almost like he's always involved in some sort of contact. Coach Hilton giving him a couple extra seconds with that timeout.
So the Knights leading by 6. As you see Eric Tassar back on the bench now. Laquan Hilton wanting to talk things over. It's been a bit all over the place, both offensively and defensively. The game has really opened up. A lot of transition in this third quarter. NC being outscored 10-9 by Redeemer in this frame, but they still hold on to their lead. But Redeemer is certainly building a bit of momentum now.
Absolutely. I mean, Redeemer was down by about 11 or 12, and now they have it within 6 in this third quarter. Of course, they give up the foul, but they're right back into this game where they want to be. And Parker Davis has 15 points, sure, but it's also taken him 16 shots to do so, which I think has been key for the Knights.
They've done a good job keeping him under arms so far in this game, but their offense has struggled a little bit here in this third quarter. Chris Span as well as Joseph Buckley leading all scorers with 17 each. They were very efficient from the field in the first half, but they've struggled a little bit shooting-wise in the second.
You can see Tassar walking with a little bit of a limp after the timeout.
He is back on the court as he mans that down low position now for NC. Span twisting and putting up the soft hook towards the basket, and he gets his 19th point. Here's Arnold. Swung to the near side. Arnold making the cut. Guarded by Span. Trying to attack the baseline. Tassar brings the double. Turned over as Moore able to pick off that pass. And turned right back as Buckley gave it away. De La Foresta, straightaway triple, good! And from forcing a turnover, you give it away. and you give up 3 points. Redeemer within 5.
Potentially a 6-point swing.
Moore tries a 3. That one's good. And NC needed that. And that's just a veteran shot. He had the confidence to let it fly, and he knocks it down. De La Forza attacking the baseline. Stolen away again. Great defense that time from Messidor. They get up for Buckley. And that one came off the foot of Davis. Trying to deny that pass down low for K2.
I have to say, Caden Moore definitely has the prettiest jump shot on the Knights.
The shot he's not super used to taking, especially a contested 3. But he liked the look and he knocked it down. NC needed that, even though it was a tough bucket. NC has been struggling to get open looks so far, but they find K2 underneath. He can't finish. Trying to bat over his own rebound. Davis now comes away with it. Arnold fakes from the 3-point line. And he traveled before the shot. He just saw him pick up that left foot.
This next offense thing, really like to see the Knights maybe spread the ball around a little bit.
Chance for NC to take a double-digit lead here on this possession. They get it across now for Buckley. Here's Moore. Moore trying to drive in on De La Foresta. Span, 3-pointer. That one off the mark. Rebound De La Foresta. Arnold, Parker Davis, the 3. That one off the mark. Rebound from Tassar. That's his 10th here tonight. Moore attacking. Tassar on the rebound, and he couldn't get it up and over the rim as he was stuffed up on the putback. De La Forza triple. Good! He's knocked down 2 big 3s, and he's got 4 now in the game.
Off the backboard.
Buckley, they get it down to Tassar. Davis goes down, and that's an offensive foul. The charge drawn by Davis, and that's going to be the 4th on Eric Tassar.
Yeah, I think that was a flop for sure. Soccer-esque.
So Tassar will have to take a seat. Buckley will come out as well. Samuel back into the game, as well as in Tumba. Taking a look, Davis was waiting the whole time for that contact. 6-point game, De La Forza, another 3. Good! De La Forza's lighting it up here for Redeemer. That's his 3rd triple of the quarter.
I don't know if that was a bit of a reputation call on Tassar because he's fouled a ton, but that just was not a foul.
Moore was cutting to the basket and Span threw it away, but he got it back. Moore all alone, and he'll flush it down. And he's going to get a technical for the call as he hung on the rim for too long. And Redeemer will get 2 free throws, and Caden Moore has no idea. We'll take a look at the replay.
Not sure about that.
Span had thrown the ball away. He had credit to Barbosa, tried to go through the legs. And
I think it's just waiting for the ball to clear.
I'm not sure, but nonetheless, it's 2 free throws. And De La Forza misses.
Who wants to say it? Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Isn't that not what Chris Span did early in the 2nd quarter?
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was pretty much the same thing. But Moore getting caught for it. Not really sure why, but it comes up to nothing. Redeemer back with possession. It's a 5-point game. Arnold cutting. They kick it out. De La Forza, another 3. Can't get the roll. And it's kept alive by Span. Here comes Samuel. Chance for a 2-for-1 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Moore run off the line. They come back for Skylar Samuel. He'll slow things down. Span now into the front court. Driving. They kick it out. They'll try right wing 3. That one off the mark. Arnold the rebound. Shot clock off now for Redeemer. Arnold guarded by Span. Gets a screen now from Narula. Switch now onto Ntumba. Turned over. 2-on-1. Span with Samuel. Samuel towards the basket. Lost the handle, and he gave it away. And time expires at the end of the 3rd quarter, but there should have been some time left on the clock. when that ball went out of bounds. So NC will still have a chance here to maybe get a shot off depending on how much time they put back on. They'll give them 0.3 seconds.
You got to capitalize off of those transition turnovers.
Got a chance to maybe go for a tip.
It's going to have to be close to the basket. They can't get anything outside of the paint. Moore will put it up, and he just missed on the left iron. So 66-61, NC outscored 18-16. They've been outscored in their last 2 quarters by Redeemer, and it's a 5-point game. They struggled a bit offensively, shooting from the field in that quarter alone. Caden Moore with 8 points. Now he knocked down a big triple, but how about Gabriel De La Foresta for Redeemer? 4 threes, 3 coming in that quarter alone.
I mean, he's brought them back into this game. They were down by like 10 or 11 in this quarter, and he's made his trays, and they're down by 5. And I think if Niagara loses this game, they have only themselves to blame. They've had so many chances to get baskets, like you see from Christopher Span with the hook shot, but still, like, they've had their chances to take advantage. You go back to that play with Chris and Sky, that should be 2 points. And there's been probably 7 or 8 of those, and that adds up quick.
The game a bit closer than NC would have hoped for. With just a 5-point lead. Chris Span leading all scorers with 19 points on 8 of 19 shooting. He's got 6 rebounds as well. And this was 2 of his 19, flushing it down in transition. He has been very strong defensively. A bunch of steals here tonight. Joseph Buckley with 17. He's cooled off a lot here in the second half. Caden Moore with a big surge in that third quarter. He's got 8, and it's Isaiah Panam with 8 as well. And for Redeemer, Parker Davis with 15 points. We talked about De La Foresta, 16, with 9 coming in that quarter alone. Jason Uswomu also in double digits. He's got 10 points.
You look at the OCAA scoring side of things, 7 players with field goals. 8 for the Royals. For Niagara, 7. So both teams have had production from throughout their lineup. And Niagara looking to get win number 3 on their campaign.
Everyone who's entered the game here for NC has scored at least 1 point. And they haven't gone super deep. Laquan Hilton trusting really just his top 8 guys so far in this game.
Saw a little bit of Carter Bone, who's had some DNPs, but was on for a little bit to try and contain Parker Davis.
Davis has been held to just 15 points in this game. He starts on the bench to begin the fourth quarter. 66-61, NC leading. Looking to start the United Weekend 2-0 after the women won earlier this afternoon. As that one off the tip from Chris Span.
Good attendance, both the spectators and varsity athletes. We saw some of the women's soccer team here today. The volleyball team is just starting to trickle in.
Driving in, finishing at the rim is Jack Narula. And a nice bucket on the offhand.
Got a member of our men's soccer team in the booth here today.
Here's Skylar Samuel. It's a 3-point game now. 1 possession lead only for the Knights. Span towards the basket, and he finishes with a soft touch.
It feels like so far these last couple games, Christopher Span feels like he's playing with more intention and confidence.
For sure. I saw that last game as well.
Swono, he'll fire from 15 feet. He came up short. Samuel with the rebound. That's the 7th rebound now for Sky Samuel. He's been held to just 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field. He has not scored in the second half. Thought about a 3, driving towards the rim. Lots of contact, no call. And they let them play as Samuel misses.
That's surprising that wasn't called.
Arnold swung. 12-footer for De La Foresta, bounced off the rim and kept alive as NC will move it forward for Samuel. Samuel draws the double team. He comes out for Mesidor, and that one turned over. 1-on-2 now as Barbosa driving. Wow. It was stripped away. Great defense from Caden Moore, but it's going to be last off of him. Parker Davis coming back in as well as Elijah Ona.
Great job of K2 knocking that ball free, and most importantly, not fouling.
Taking a look at that defensive play, just tied him up, but that last little outstretch of that right arm was able to poke it away just in the last second. Davis, quick fire off the inbound. He misses. Messidor will slow things down as he works his way across the timeline. Here's Samuel. Span was coming off the screen. It's now with Moore. He's got Ona on him, trying to lob it up towards the rim. They miss. Span on the offensive board, and he puts in the three. Chris Span knocks down his fourth triple, his first of the second half.
Good job by the Knights to identify the open man.
Tumbo was wide open on the back door. K2 tried to find him. He was able to work for the offensive rebound and create a wide open three-point chance. A steal now from Messidor. Here's Samuel now on the near side. Driving in, finishing at the rim, and he's fouled. We'll go to the line shooting two. The foul on Jackson Thrakway.
Knights wisely took their time on that one. They didn't throw it away like they have quite a few times earlier.
So an 8-point lead now for the Knights. And Redeemer's going to call a timeout. And Samuel's going to go to the line after that last play. Fouled up at the rim. And Chris Span now with 24 points. He's taken 21 field goals here today. He's knocked down 4 triples as well.
It feels like for me, probably 15 or 16 of them have been quality looks. At that, hasn't made all of them, but Christopher Span, his last 4 games has just been unbelievable for the Knights. He came off the bench to start the season, and I mean, right now, you could probably argue he's the team's second best player.
Playing with confidence, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we just had that conversation, MJ. At times at the start of the year, maybe he was trying a little bit too hard, but now he's going up with conviction, with confidence, and we're seeing how well he's played here today.
Yeah. One thing, though, for the Knights that they really have to stay away from is the making life tough on themselves. They're really trying to finish a lot of hard drives to the bucket.
Span will now take a seat out of the timeout as Joseph Buckley comes back in. Span averaging just under 12 points per game on the season. He's doubled that here tonight. And now Skylar Samuel at the line as he makes the first.
On the topic of Christopher Span, 5 points against Conestoga, 12 against Mohawk, 2 against Humber, and 13, 21, 17, and now 24 here today, his season high. Still 7:25 left in this fourth quarter as well.
Davis can't handle the pass, and it's going to be NC ball in the turnover. You're exactly right. His last 3 games now, he's been averaging over 20 points per game.
And one thing that sticks out to me, all but 2 games, he shot over 40% from the field.
So he's been efficient in his scoring so far this season. And what a pickup he's been from Atlanta, Georgia, as Caden Moore knocks down his signature fadeaway 2-pointer and a long shot at that. He knocks down another mid-range. He's got 10 points. He's in double digits. Tough scoop layup that time from Ona. Came off the rim. And it's going to be Knights ball.
Lead up to double digits now.
Yo, Steven. Good defensive pass there.
Not even sure what happened, but NC just turned the ball over. Ona misses, and Samuel is fouled. Moore was trying to inbound the ball, and
I think he was trying to reset to the ref.
I think he was too, MJ, and he didn't even have the ball in his hands. It was just dribbling in towards the corner.
I've never seen that before.
One of the most bizarre turnovers you'll probably ever see, but NC gets away with it. And they draw the foul as well. Now coming into the game is Isaiah Panam. Samuel attacking, tough layup. Can't finish. Panam battling for the rebound, but it's now with Thrakway as he comes in across the timeline. Up top for Ona. He drives, kicks out now for De La Forza. Here's Davis. Thrakway, De La Forza, run off the line by Samuel, pushes off, mid-range jumper, that one off the mark. Samuel with a big rebound, and he's fouled. That's the 8th rebound now for Sky Samuel.
This game, absolutely crazy pace. And this one so far on both sides of the ball.
.620 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's 11-point lead for NC. Samuel will take the ball here for the Knights. Panam looking for positioning. Reached around that time from Narula, and he forces the turnover.
Panam with a little bit of a fumble on the inbound.
Swobu coming back in, as well as Caden King-Stewart.
Caden Stewart and Caden King-Stewart should do a jersey swap back.
Here's a slow-mo. Trying to kick it out to LaForce. It came off a foot now in the hands of King-Stewart, driving his Thrackway down low to LaForce, and the foul.
Not a foul, you want K2 commit.
He has had a game here today, the 4th year from Almonte, Ontario.
Coming in for Niagara, number 18, David Ishaw, and number 3, Chris Span.
Tsar back in the game with 4 fouls.
One only here, one.
So Taylor Forrest a chance at a 3-point play, and he converts. Eric Tsar back in. He's playing with 4 fouls. It's been a force on the boards here this afternoon. 3 of 5 from the field, 6 points, 10 rebounds. Panam sizing up on King-Stewart, driving towards back to the basket, spinning, and putting in the soft hook on the back rim and down. That's a nice move by Isaiah Panam, getting on the inside. Trackway, down low, King-Stewart, up top, Yaswomon, can't hit the 3. Here's Buckley. It's a screen from Panam. Chris Span down low for Tassar. Tassar backing down his man, kicks out Span. One more to Panam. He'll try a step back 3, shot clock winding down. That one off the mark. Span battling for it. King-Stewart falling out of bounds. Parker Davis threw it away. Buckley able to grab it. He'll try a right wing triple. That one off the mark. And Thrackway is fouled by Panam.
Had Tassar wide open in the paint.
Yep. That could have been an easy 2 for the Knights.
Second team foul on NC.
Also, I think if you're the Knights, you probably want Panam down in the low post, getting those offensive boards. I don't know if having that at the top of the key is the best place for him.
Here's Thrackway. Now with Davis. Behind the back, lost the handle. Thrackway with it now, he draws the double team. Able to escape away from Buckley. That was off the tip from Tassar. It'll stay with Redeemer. Late shot clock opportunity for the Royals. They get into Thrackway. 5 on the shot clock for him. He'll fire a deep 3. That one off the front rim, and more with the rebound. He'll slow things down as he moses into the front court. Trying to take on De La Forza. Kick to the far side. Now Panama triple. That one off the mark. Rebound with King-Stewart. Up for Davis. Davis attacking 2-on-1. And he's fouled on his way up. That's going to be on Chris Span. And Davis is going to go back to the line.
Davis has been held in check here in this 3rd quarter. Hasn't scored yet.
Coming in for Redeemer, number 3, Cole Arnold.
3rd on Chris Span. As Davis is taking hard to the rim, drawing the foul.
Parker Davis, 92.3% free throw shooter this season.
First is off. He's been uncharacteristically struggling from the free throw line. He's 2 for 5 today.
Only missed 3 shots on the season coming in today.
And the second misses 2. He's 0 for 2 on that trip. Has not been a typical Parker Davis afternoon. 6 of 18. He's still got 15 points. Here's Panam. Jab step, they kick it over now for Moore. Davis almost stole it away. Buckley's now open in the corner for a 3. Good! At the buzzer with the shot clock expiring. It's Joseph Buckley, his 4th triple. It's 20 points now for JB4. King Stewart, De La Foresta trying to respond. He hits! Another three from Gabriel De La Foresta. That's 5 for him now.
Tough shot.
Buckley up top for more. 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth. It's a 10-point game. Panam sets the screen. Span, he'll try and respond with a triple of his own. Tassar, the offensive board. Looking to kick out. He was fouled on the pass. It'll be on the baseline.
That's why you want Tassar to stay out of foul trouble, because of those hustle plays that he creates.
I think one thing to note, Eric Tassar is only 6'5". With his size and frame, he plays like he's about 6'8", but he's been able to hustle here today, up to 11 boards on the day.
So Laquan Hilton's going to take a timeout here, give his guys some rest. With less than 3 minutes remaining, top scorers here this afternoon, Gabriel De La Foresta, 22 points. He's 5 for 8 from 3, 5 rebounds as well. Chris Span and Joseph Buckley, both with 4 threes tonight. Buckley with 20, Span with 24. Caden Moore also in double digits with Isaiah Panam with 10. We talked about Isaiah Panam getting on the inside. Well, this was a beautiful move, getting into that right-handed hook. And he was able to finish that one, his 4th field goal tonight.
Yeah, if he can take and make those shots, he's going to continue to be an issue for the Knights. You've seen here today, he's been really, really good defensively. Maybe it hasn't popped up necessarily in terms of blocks or whatever, but his pressure and his length and his size has been there for the Knights as they've held Redeemer to 69 points here in this 4th quarter so far.
Game 2 of 4 here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center here on Reunited Saturday. Parker Davis trying to spoil the win here for NC. They're down 10 are the Royals. NC just looking to hold on for the final 3 minutes here. Quickly, Span, trigger, mid-range jumper is good. He's got 26 points.
No hesitation on that one.
They drew it up for Span. He's been hot all night. That's a miss. Offensive rebound, Arnold. Davis. And it went in, but it came off the top of the backboard, so it was out of bounds. Another empty trip for Redeemer.
Gonna have to get something going here quick. The clock is not on the friend of the Redeemer Royals.
Span guarded as he crosses half court by Barbosa. They'll look for a screen from Tassar. Able to get away from him. Samuel, up fake. He kick to the corner. Knocks it down. And another three. It's Messidor.
Knights clicking at the right time.
And now a 14-point lead with 2 minutes remaining. NC is looking to just hold on to it now as Span grabs the rebound. He gets away from King Stewart. Span. Tassar, he'll try a triple. Good! Eric Tassar from long range. And that's surely the cherry on top of this one.
Dagger, baby, dagger.
Stolen from Span. Here comes NC. They lob it up. And finished up in the cup by Messidor. Redeemer will call a timeout, I believe. And NC's going to bring their bench in here for the rest of this one.
Eric Tassar making the three right in front of his dad. As a look at that lob up from Messidor. A good effort here today for the Knights. There's a look at Eric Tassar hyping up his guys. Good to see him going from beyond the arc.
It's been a flurry of scoring for NC in this game. Tassar's going to finish with 9 points, 11 rebounds. He was 4 for 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. And 4 players in double digits, including Chris Span leading all scorers with 26 points. And with the win here today, NC will now move just 1 win away from being 500 on the season. They'll be 3-4. And again, trying to slowly move their way up the West Division standings. They'll be tied on wins with Sheridan, of course, having 2 more losses than them, as well as St. Clair, who they beat last weekend in a very, very tough and exciting fourth quarter. That one was. It was an exciting fourth quarter here for NC as well. They outscored Redeemer 23-8, and they have a 20-point lead. And now the Knights will bring in the bench and finish this one off. Redeemer will keep with their top guys out there. De La Foresta will skip to the far side. Yeswobo, and he can't hit as that one comes up short. It'll be NC ball. So Belkos out there, as well as Laku. Noah Lee getting some time here at the end of this game. Carter Bowen. And Josh and Tumba. As Lee almost tripped, but he's able to hold his dribble. Now Bowen driving towards the basket. Tough finish up at the rim. It's an offensive rebound by Laku. He's double teamed. Balkos will try a three. Good! Belkos, the 5'10" point guard from Toronto in his first year. He knocks down the triple. 23-point lead for NC.
Making that one cold coming off the bench.
Good for Stassi to get going, man. He's one of the most positive guys on this team. He's always up cheering, and he's one of the hardest workers on the team in and out of practice. So good to see him knock down the tray.
Foul's going to be on Tumba. That's going to put the Redeemer in the bonus, so Parker Davis will head to the line.
Tumba up to 4 fouls on the day. Not that it really matters at this point, but
Davis just coming off that screen, and Tumba on the switch reaching in and pick up the foul. Davis now 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Has not been his day from the stripe.
Night scoring today coming in bunches.
The second is good for Parker Davis, so 17 points for him on the afternoon. Bowens will take it in across the timeline. He's guarded closely there by Barbosa. He drives in. Tough shot, and came up short. He was looking for a call.
Bone doing a little bit too much right now. Hasn't had a ton of opportunities these last few games, but you can definitely see that he's forcing it right now.
45 seconds remaining in this one. A kick to the corner now. 3-point attempt from Barbosa. That's short. And Tumba battling for the rebound. He grabs it. Alcos was almost knocked over. He's able to crowd the rebound. Now here's Lee. Noah Lee on the far side, sizing up his man, attacking to the rim. Can't finish. Laku the offensive board. He's got it again. Ball still loose down on the baseline. Lee's got it. Belkos, he'll try from long distance. And the rebound now with the Royals, and they'll wind this clock out. And it's going to be a 21-point win here at home for NC. And they win again after beating St. Clair last weekend. And a very, very confident one. They've now won 2 in a row. And Chris Spann and Joseph Buckley leading the way with 46 combined points. They scored 92 on Redeemer here today. And some real big performances from top to bottom for the Knights.
I mean, there was 7 guys with 5 or more points. Samuel, Mesidar, Tessar, Panam, Moore, Buckley, and Spann. Obviously, Spann, Buckley, and Panam, Tessar are going to get the headlines, but it was a complete team effort, which when the Knights are going, that's when they're at their best. Go back to last year, granted, a very different roster, but the reason why they were able to make that surge is because they played like a team. We saw that here today, and that's why they picked up the win.
Moving forward, I think what you really want to see from the Knights is just a little bit more consistency on offense. There's some times in this game when they really struggled to get anything going, and they were forcing a lot of hard drives that were contested at the net that didn't drop for them. So, good win overall, and as long as they can maybe just smooth things out a little bit, they'll be in a really good position moving forward in the season.
So, big win here at home for NC, and they'll move to 3-4 on the season as they take down the Redeemer Royals here in our second game of the reunited weekend. 92-71 the final score. And we will now step aside Volleyball still to come here later today. Alex and MJ will be with you for that one. Those ones starting at 6 p.m. Eastern here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center to round out this incredible Saturday for our alumni here at Niagara College, and a great day of athletics and sports around the Niagara region. From myself, Noah Vogel, he's Alex Vandenhack, and MJ Graham, we will take our time to say have a great rest of your evening and a very good night.